Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Temecula, California, where we'll be bringing you coverage of the FEI divisions here at Galway Downs. We're very excited to watch riders navigate these new dressage tests for what will be the first time that these tests are performed on the West Coast this season, and it will be the first FEI event of the 2015 season for West Coast riders. I'm Frankie Terriot-Stutz. Take a look at the dressage highlights. Julie FLETTNER and Ping Pong, a partnership we've grown quite familiar with over the years, and a partnership that's typically done quite well with everything that they've done over the years. So, Julie, you've got your girl back. You guys were out of the game for a little while, but she's back and looking fantastic. And how did it feel to get her back in that ring today?
Thank you. It feels great. She's awesome as always. As with any dressage test, I think there's always a few bobbles or things that you wish you could have done or not done. But she was very good, and so I'm excited to have her back. And she's very happy to be back. She was a little too happy yesterday, but she knows when it's game time, so she was a good girl.
Definitely a mare that likes to show off. She's so fun to watch. And what will you guys plan to do next?
After the show, we're planning to do the 1-star at Twin, and then we haven't made plans past that yet, so we'll see.
All right, well, good luck, and we'll enjoy watching you the rest of the weekend.
Thank you, Frankie.
Okay. Pam Fisher and Rigby. And Pam, this is such a neat story of how you got this horse for those at home. Just first, a little history on that.
Well, briefly, bless her heart, Trudy Pete had sent me 2 horses to start for her, and they were 2 mares, and I started her mares, and in lieu of payment, she let me pick from her litter. She's a breeder. And I picked Rigby out of a group of horses.
Well, a good pick, certainly. This horse has been really phenomenal for you, and you've had him a long time now, obviously, and know him quite well, and are at the 1-star level, kind of doing some homework, and then we'll move him back up, and have done really well kind of at all different levels with him. So just being here at Galway Downs, and first a little on all the changes they've made.
Well, there's unbelievable changes here. I've been coming here since their very first 3-day, so that ages me a little bit. But the changes are so remarkable, and every year there are more, and there are more beautiful changes. I don't know how they can improve from year to year, but they manage to. And it's a credit to Robert and the owner for the foresight of what to make this into. It's really world class.
Really exciting, and your impressions on your test?
Oh, I had some glitches for sure. I started him here actually as a 4-year-old, so he remembers it, and we just had a couple of glitches, but overall I thought it was a nice flowing, soft test, and we have homework to do as always.
Well, he's a really fun horse to watch jump, so we'll look forward to seeing you again later today, and good luck the rest of the weekend.
Very much, Frankie. Thank you.
Kelly Pugh and DOD Rockefeller laying down a great test here earlier with a very good score for you, Kelly, and a great performance in there for you. These are new tests. We talked about it over and over today, but it really does demand a lot to get to know these tests, and the 1-star test is significantly more challenging, a lot more to do.
Questions, a lot of interesting questions. We worked on them all week, all week, and in warm-up, I just did the test over and over, and everything comes up really quick, but he responded super well to me.
Well, he can lay down a fantastic test as he did here today, and you guys will show him this afternoon, and he can be quite good in that phase as well. So you'll be looking to have a good performance there, and being back at Galway with him, just your overall goals for the weekend.
Just a steady weekend. If we come out on top or close to the top, that's great. I'm happy. My owners are able to be here, Candace and David Garrett, and it's fun to be able to share that with them. I have some of my sponsors here, which is super. So all around, I just want a good, consistent weekend.
Well, you're off to a very good start. Good luck this afternoon.
Thank you.
Heather Morris and Russell's Reserve, they've come from Texas, and they're on the West Coast to stay with us for quite a while now, hopefully. And Heather, this horse, you are still getting kind of acquainted with him a little bit. He's still a youngster, but really great ride in the 1-star division here. And how does it feel first to be back on West Coast turf?
It feels really good. Happy to be back. Yeah, he's a young horse. He's just done a couple prelims now. the Elizabeth who owns him bought him from Mike, imported him last year, 2 years ago, and he's just been a great horse for her, and she's enjoyed watching him sort of move up to prelim and sort of take the next step now and do a CIC 1-star. So he was really good today, really good.
Well, you haven't been to Galway Downs in quite a while, and so I'm sure a lot of changes that you're noticing here. What have been some of the biggest differences that you've seen? Because you used to call the West Coast home. Obviously, you're from here, your family lives here, and now you're back. So really getting to see kind of all the changes that have been made.
Well, I mean, Galway is Galway, and I was here in the February show, and that was sort of different. We sort of rode up there, but it's good to be back down here in the FEI rings and that sort of thing. But just being back on the West Coast, I had never been to Twin Rivers before, so that was fun to get to go up there. But yeah, it's just great to be back here and see everybody that I haven't seen in so long. So.
All right, well, you'll be riding several horses today. Good start for your morning, and good luck this afternoon.
Thank you.
Ashlyn Dorsey and RF Kinetic, and this mare is so great. She just seems to get better and better, and she's beautiful, and she's definitely has great movement to be able to perform in there. And your test today, and how you felt about that?
Yeah, she's got a pretty great gait, and she can be a bit of a serpent, so if I can get her straight and focus, then we're good to go. She struggled in a little bit in the counter canter, which was my fault, but other than that, I thought she really went in there and stepped up to the plate in the half pass, which she's never done before, and really put out quite a good test.
All right, well, always fun to watch the two of you, and we wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, Frankie.
Heather Morris and Charlie Tango. Heather, another great ride for you here, and this horse is just so fun to watch. He's a big guy and has a big presence in the ring.
He does. He's still quite green at this level. He's just done a couple of intermediates, and so I felt like he was more rideable today, and he's getting more established in the movements for these tests. So I was really proud of him today.
Talk about these new tests. They're a little bit more tricky in some ways than the old tests were, especially the 1-star test, but this 2-star test also has some new components. It now has half pass in it, which is really haunches in, on a different line. But they kind of mixed up the movements a little bit. These intermediate horses start going canter walks, and now we still have to do canter trots and stuff. So it still makes you, practice everything at home and make sure you have your homework done. But no, I actually liked the test. I think it rode good, and it was just a little bit different though. All right, well, thanks so much. Good luck this afternoon.
Thank you.
Nikki Ayers of Canada and the lovely Rubicon. Such a fun horse to watch, such a fancy horse to see even in person, and nice to see one that doesn't kind of look like all the rest, and he is very into studying his stuff in the dressage court.
Yeah, he loves his job out there, boy. He goes in there and he turns it on.
Just a little background on your partnership with this horse. You guys are fairly new to the 2-star level and have had a lot of success in your career to date.
Yeah, we actually just moved up to intermediate at Fresno in October, and we've done, I think this is our 5th intermediate at this point, and we're gunning for the CCI 2-star at Twin Rivers, so it's exciting. It's really exciting right now.
Well, you're a very exciting partnership for Canada, obviously. Coach Fredericks was just out. You guys are training with him, and just a little on that program, and hoping to represent your native country.
Yeah, the lessons were fantastic this weekend. Rubik's, we learned a lot. Training sessions are good to have because it really kind of highlights the things that we have to work on. And he really stepped up to the plate. The jumping, he was foot perfect. Like this horse, he just amazes me every time I get on him. So yeah, and we'll see what the future holds for us. I mean, yeah, we did declare for the Pan Ams, but we'll wait and see what happens at Twin Rivers.
Okay, well, congratulations. A great day so far. We're getting used to seeing you guys towards the top of that leaderboard, so we'll wait for your scores, and good luck this afternoon.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Frankie.
Matthew Brown and BCF Belicoso. Been a little while since we've gotten to say that name, and very good to see this horse back. Such a great horse to watch, and just getting to have him back in that ring today. How'd that feel?
It feels awesome. He's such a fun horse, you know, riding him on the flat, jumping him, you know, you can't not have a smile on your face when you're riding him. I sweat a lot, but I'm happy sweating, so no, it's great to have him back.
Well, he's here in the 2-star, and as we said, putting forth a brilliant test to kind of get his feet wet again back here, and you'll have 2 later today, so you have a full day planned. Lots of exercise for Matt Brown today here. 6 rides total just in these couple divisions, and then you guys are planning to head east, so you'll have a full van on the way back, and just a little bit on that plan.
Yep. Well, the plan is still coming together, but the plan will be to go back and stay in Pennsylvania, and then go to the Fair Hill event back there in preparation for Jersey Fresh, and then to take all of them there and hopefully continue doing well.
All right, well, a really fun horse to watch, and this is such a fun partnership to have seen. We are very excited to welcome him back and wish you the best of luck the rest of the weekend with all of your great horses.
Thank you, and good luck to everybody else.
Good boy. James Alston and Tivoli, certainly familiar faces here at Galway Downs. And Tivoli hasn't been here in a little while, but he is back and looking great. James, this horse has done super well here in the past, and you guys are looking to have a great weekend here again at Galway Downs. And there have been some really big changes we've talked to you about with some riders. And just give us your overall impressions of this venue.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic venue. You know, Robert always seems to make a lot of changes every time we come, improvements. Yeah, you know, I think the ground, I think I've seen a conscious effort to water it a lot because it is very dry here naturally, so hopefully it can be nice and soft for these older horses, you know, who don't appreciate the hard ground.
Well, Tivoli and you are getting ready to go back east, and you'll be taking your friend Parker hopefully there as well. And you guys have a long-standing partnership. You've done a lot together over the years with a lot of success, and just what you're looking for out of him this weekend.
Yeah, I think just a nice last outing before Rolex. You know, I think it's all about peaking at the right time with these older horses, and he certainly sort of starts the season off quite sharp. You know, normally. So hopefully as he goes, he sort of works into it. So. Yeah, you know, and just looking, there's obviously things to improve and everything after every show, but just looking to hopefully be peaking at the right time for Kentucky in a few weeks.
All right, well, some of our very favorites are James' parents who are over in the UK. They'll hopefully be joining you in Kentucky. A big hi to both of them. And Tiv, hope you're good the rest of the weekend here. Good luck, James.
Thanks very much.
Matt Brown, a really good day for you so far, and your other guy was leading thus far in the 3-star, just a few more scores, and then Hap just finishing up, and this is his first run at the level. He's fairly green, and this will be his first FEI competition at the 3-star level, so some new movements. We were just talking, you and I, that he has to now do the changes in the ring, and it takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, it does, and you know, he aims to please so much that, you know, if he doesn't think he's doing the right thing, he can get quite tense. So my job, I think, for the next couple shows is just to tell him that it's okay, you're going to get these changes, don't worry about it. But I felt like he actually held himself together pretty well in there, considering how new that level is for him.
And just for a moment, if we can go back to earlier in your earlier ride, all your horses are different. They all offer amazing, amazing attributes, but they're very, very different. So just a little on your earlier ride.
Yeah, no, they're very different. You know, I think both Happenstance and Super Sox are sort of sensitive horses, but for totally different reasons. You know, Hap internalizes everything and wants to please so much that it can make him a little bit tight. Whereas Super Sox sort of reacts to the things around him, and so I have to sort of be able to quiet both of them down in order to ride them, but quiet them down in very different ways. But I was really happy with Super Sox. He also sort of held it together and was much more rideable, and that's going to continue to be the journey for him, is just continue to let me ride him.
Right, absolutely. You see him going around the ring, and Super Sox is kind of getting a little testy and wondering kind of what he's going to do. He almost threatens you. Matt, I can do whatever I want. And then when he goes in, he's quite a performer, but certainly a lot of personality in that one and this one for different reasons, obviously. And then your other guy coming back and doing the 2-star this weekend. So they'll all show jump this afternoon. And I chatted earlier with somebody about how, this format, it's still a little bit getting used to for us riders. The CIC has really become distinct in the fact that most CICs now show jump in the afternoon of the same day they do the flat work. So that presents a totally different challenge.
Right. Especially on a hot day like this, I think for the Super Sox horse, who's usually better show jumping after cross country because he can get a bit high. But I think for a big black horse like Hap, it's nice to have a rest because the heat definitely affects him more than other horses. But they both have been in top form, and I think that they're going to jump around great this afternoon, and I have nothing but high hopes for all three of them.
All right, well, a lot of great things coming to you this weekend, and congratulations on your weekend so far. Good luck the rest of the weekend, and then obviously we'll definitely be wishing Matt and Cecily, his lovely wife, safe travels as they get ready to head back east.
Yep, thank you.
Jennifer McFall and High Times, such a great gelding here, and Jen, a great performance by you guys today. You've been working, you are another one of our pairs headed to Kentucky, and you guys are using this as a prep run. We'll get ready to head back for your second Rolex. Had a great showing there last year, and such a fun horse. He's not even that old, and he's got so much to show us.
Yeah, I'm just thrilled with his progression. This last few weeks building up to heading east, he's just been getting better and better, and I don't know if you could ask for more than that. He's just, he's on it.
You guys will run here and then talk a little bit about your game plan and those, just for those at home who kind of haven't been through this before, after knowing what you know now after last year, maybe things are doing different or things are doing the same, getting ready to head in.
I liked what we did last year. We flew him out, and then we drove him home in a box stall. And I think for the West Coast horses, flying out is almost a must. It's just such a long trip, and there's just no way to make it easy on them. So we're going to stick with that plan.
All right, we'll be very excited to see you there. You have a little bit of homework left to do here to make sure you guys have a great positive ride, but today a really, really great performance, and we'll look forward to watching you more.
Thanks so much, Frankie.
That's it for our Day 1 dressage coverage here at Galway Downs. I'm Frankie Terriot-Stutz, and we'll be bringing you show jumping action later today. So be sure to check back and stay tuned.